What is up, Taurus? Welcome to your general timeless reading. This is for all Taurus placements, so Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and other. So take what resonates and leave the rest. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. My name is Jordyn. I'm a master Reiki practitioner, quantum healer, and I read tarot. So if you want any personal bookings, check out my website down below in the description box. I do have my Reiki classes up for individual or class participation, as well as a mentoring program if you want to become certified in all levels of Reiki and quantum healing. Let's get into it, Taurus. Let's see what's going on for you. Taurus. They're showing me boxes, so either you moved or you're about to have a move, or there's like some of you are just purging your home of the things that you no longer need. This is like donations and things like that. Ace of Cups in reverse, Page of Wands in reverse. Knight of Swords in reverse. Seven of Wands. I feel like you're getting rid of things. This feels, this getting rid of things could also just be like people, situations. The Page of Wands in reverse feels very, it's almost like a leave me alone. I'm just trying to figure out what the F I need right now. To be quite honest, that's really what it feels like. It feels like someone who's like having good moments. It's almost like the battle within someone's own mind is really what it feels like. Seven of Wands in reverse. It feels like a very, yeah, King of Wands. I like this actually. This feels like, yeah, you got the Fool on the bottom of the deck. I really like this for you. Sorry, it's face tracking right now, which is annoying. The Fool on the bottom of the deck. Then you have the Lovers underneath with the Lovers card there in reverse, and the Five of Pentacles, especially underneath that overall energy. This really does speak to kind of setting really strict, firm boundaries about like what you need, what you don't need right now. And I feel like some of you are just like, I got no patience for this particular person, for this kind of conversation. Like your heart's just closed off to them. It doesn't mean that you don't love them. It's just more, it feels like you're just protecting your energy. Like, I just don't have the patience for this right now. I can't do it. So I like it. I feel like with the King of Wands, it's standing in a lot of your power, like really starting to take control of certain situations. And then with the Fool there, it's leading you into a newfound sense of self, confidence, and probably even creative endeavors. So this might result in you moving or changing jobs, or just simply packing away, storing away for a while, the people and things that you just don't want to be around. I like it. I like it a lot. So let's see what else we got for you. Yeah, the Ace of Cups, we got the Lovers. Gemini energy with the Lovers card there. Aries with the King of Wands, and Aquarius with the Fool. Gemini on the Ace of Cups. Yeah, it doesn't feel like you don't love the person. It just feels like, I need a break from this. Like, this is exhausting me, or this is too heavy. Or it's like your own plate is just a little too full. Yeah, Hermit in reverse. So this is like an energy of avoidance. It's known as the card of ghosting in tarot. So with the Hermit there, it just, like I said, really redundant. It just feels like a break. Like, I don't want to talk to you. You might not even be addressing the fact that you don't want to talk to them, or you don't want to really spend time with this person. It's kind of like the elephant in the room. Like, just wanting to take space away from this. Be mindful energies could be reversed. So if you're feeling like your person is distant, you could also apply this to them, and you being the one who's on the receiving end. So let's look at the Page of Wands in reverse. The Six of Pentacles in reverse. Who is this? This isn't you. This isn't you. Someone's taking, okay, so when we have deep connections, typically, it's not typically, but when we have deep connections, we can tell when someone's being distant. Like, we know that. We know the nature. Like, you can even tell through text now, you know, someone changes their tone in their text. And people start to become hyper vigilant to things like that. I think that by you taking the space to work on yourself, to just be like, hey, I can't take this external stuff in this relationship or any relationship right now. Like, I gotta focus on myself a little bit. Doesn't mean you're breaking up. Doesn't mean that you're cutting them out of your life. But it's okay to come home to yourself. And this is triggering them. This is triggering them. It's creating this very passive aggressive tendency of, well, I'm not going to give to you then. And it's like somebody's taking it personal when it's not personal. It's not a personal attack. It's actually just somebody's being triggered with their own inner child wounds of abandonment or rejection. Yeah, Five of Swords. They take it as an energy of betrayal. And that's what they're internalizing, because the Five of Swords is in reverse. I do feel that they're going to eventually come out and address this. That's what I think this Knight of Swords is somebody really coming in hot and heavy. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles, Hierophant. It's like, are we going to work on this commitment or not? It's a very, it's just a very triggered. That's what I would call it. It's a very triggered energy. With the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, it's like, they know that it almost feels like it's kind of like a self-gaslighting. Like their fear is telling them a story that's just not true. And with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse and the Hierophant's like, no, the connection's there. Like it's a really strong commitment. It's not going anywhere. And then with the Eight of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords, the conversation is about what they perceive to be a lack of effort, but really it's just the shift in energy. There's still effort being put into it, but there's this person on the other end saying like, I need to put some effort into myself, into the things that I want for me, into like my own healing. And someone's really struggling with that because it's making them feel rejected, but they're not. This other person's very much in it. They're just coming home to themselves. Let's look at the Seven of Wands in reverse. I feel a little bit of confrontation, but like it's like more of a tension than a true argument. Yeah, this is the response from the person who wants time for themselves. They're quite literally, yeah, it's just making them really overwhelmed. Eight of Swords, it's like now it's just, this is adding on to the things I'm already working on for myself, and it's creating more stress. It's really unnecessary. I just wanted to focus on a little bit of my own stuff really quick, and that's okay. So with the Page of Pentacles and the Sun in reverse, this person's trying to build a foundation with this individual in which they don't feel oppressed or small or like they're negating their own personal needs, which is actually very healthy. And I like that they show up as the King of Pentacles with the Three of Cups, because it's like, hey, I'm working on embodying a really healthy masculine energy, and it's really a stable earthy energy. So that means that they're trying to be more reliable, not just to the people in their lives, but also to themselves. They're trying to come into a place of balance. And so that means putting external relationships on the back burner sometimes, because maybe we spent so much time pouring into these relationships that we need to pour back into ourselves, right? And that's what this person's, I feel, trying to communicate. And with the Eight of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, they are going to come back to this new beginning. They are going to build this foundation. It's just not happening at the pace that this Knight Page wants it to, right? The commitment's still there. I think this masculine King energy is really just laying down some new rules. Somebody's getting a little hoity-toity about it. Let's look at the King of Wands. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. They're like, I planted the seeds. It's just going to take time. This is not going to... I think they're really trying to solidify. Yeah. They're trying to really heal the relationship and solidify this very stable foundation. And they've planted the seeds that they need to for their own healing, for their own endeavors, and they know that this is triggering a lot of hurt and pain. It's not their intention. And honestly, when we get triggered by people, it's not like people are intentionally going and poking at our wounds. It's just our own subconscious bringing to our awareness the fact that, oh, I gotta work on this a little bit. Maybe they do just want time alone. Maybe it's a part of me that feels like I'm being denied, or I'm not being heard, or I'm not being considered, that's being triggered right now, and I need to address that, right? That's going to be very common because we have Chiron in Aries and the Sun in Aries, and Aries is the sign of self. So right now there's going to be a lot of focus on the individual's healing process. Page of Swords, Three of Pentacles, and Justice in reverse. Yeah, there's going to be communication about how this old contract needs to end. So it doesn't mean the relationship's ending, but when you entered the relationship, you both had this idea over time of what you built the relationship to be. And the King is saying, this is not working. It's imbalanced. It's not allowing me to have the time I want for myself. Maybe I have not set healthy boundaries enough to make it clear that I need this time for myself as well as this relationship. And so there's going to be some really surface level communication about how to rebuild the foundation together to move past the hurt and pain. It's a very healing energy. I just feel like one person is struggling. They're just struggling a little bit more than the other, and that's okay, right? Because we all deal with our hurt and pain. Yeah, the Fool, clarified by the Fool. So yeah, Queen of Cups in reverse. Somebody's struggling to receive. And this is really common when we get into places of feeling like throughout our life there's been a theme of rejection or abandonment or inadequacy or whatever, right? Things that trigger low self-worth in some way. Most of the time these people myself being one of them, right? I feel like majority of people go through this lesson, struggle to really receive. You're either over giving, and then it's like a premeditated resentment because you have the expectation that people are going to be giving the same love back. And I feel like this queen, the feminine, the person who's on the receiving end, the knight page energy, is really struggling to receive that this person's not going anywhere. They're really wanting to work on it, but working on it might look different than what the queen expected, and that's okay. So they're just really heading into a very healthy direction, and I love this for you guys. I do. It's challenging, but it's really worth it. And if you want a personal reading to look into your own situation, to dive deeper into the head, heart, soul of each individual and your current connection, go ahead, check out my site. I have readings for relationships. I got just general 30, 45, 60-minute readings too. And check out Patreon if you want access to the monthly readings, moon cycle readings, major transit readings. So when we have big planetary shifts, weekly card pulls, and a lot of live chats. So I'd love to have you there as well. And check out my website if you're interested in mentoring, whether it be spiritual, shamanic mentoring, and or you want to become certified as a Reiki practitioner and or quantum healer. Please like, share, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. It does help the channel grow, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.